I saw a documentary about Johnathan Daniels on PBS not too long ago, and it was Josiah Bunting III, who was the commandant of Virginia Military Institute, and I didn't know at the time we knew him in Selma that he was a graduate, not only a graduate of Virginia Military Institute, but he also was the valedictorian. And he stayed with the Wests in the project. And he came in. Remember that the Selma Theater refused to play Lilies of the Field because of the premise of that film. I have never seen it to this day. I just can't look at it. It just makes me so angry. And I had two Wests. I had Carl in the 6th and at the time, and Linda in the 5th. And they asked me if they could bring Johnathan to school. And he came into the classroom and he was all in his clerical clothes. And he asked them if they knew the song Amen, which is from that film, and they knew the Amen part, but they didn't know the verses. So he told them that he would sing the verses and they could sing, the Amen part. And he went through the whole thing with them, and of course they were clapping and then tapping their feet, and they were just enjoying themselves. And that was the year, that was 64. And I was home that summer because of my mother's illness and my dad's sudden death. And I came back in from home, and I was watching the news, and they announced that there had been another death as a result of the civil rights movement in Selma. And my immediate thought was Johnathan Daniels. And they said it was an Episcopalian seminary student from Vermont named Johnathan Daniels. And it was days before I could even speak of it. It was just so heartrending. But there was also, I believe, a Catholic priest who was shot at that same time from Chicago. But I was so pleased. There's some kind of a scholarship fund from VMI to remember Johnathan, and when it hits that close, it's startling, it seems to me. And he was also a very young man. Very young, in his 20s. Lovely young gentleman.
He was a deacon already, and he would have been ordained the next year.
Very, very sad.